Video okay, Vatican Radio. Your Excellency will be meeting Pope Francis tomorrow in the Vatican. The Pope has spoken at length about the issue of poverty. And I wanted to ask you, how important is that voice and your thoughts on that meeting with Pope Francis?
The words of the Holy Father are going to reverberate. The examples he sets are going to be so inspiring. And certainly what he says about addressing poverty is very consistent with the agenda, but he brings to it this powerful force. And so I'm going to be listening to him and taking back every word that he says to be able to help to inspire me to do more in that area.
I want to ask you something. I apologize for my English, it's not very good, but I hope you understand. You know that Italy it's very famous with agricultural machinery, no? It's very technological advanced. But I saw that we don't have very big a relation with your country. You have a lot of meetings with Italian president and other people. You think that there's a possibility that in the next years to increase sensibly the relation in this field between Italy and Liberia?
Absolutely, I wish you'd be my ambassador in that regard. Help me to do that. That's what we were trying to tell the president. It was a long-standing relationship. It's our conflict that disrupted this relationship, and we're now trying to rebuild it, and I hope that this visit will help me to achieve that.
From the BBC, I wonder if you, when you think about Africa and the post-15 plans, what worries you most? Where's the greatest challenge lie, and what would be the thing that gives you most hope?
Infrastructure for industrialization. And that's what our transformative agenda is all about, so that we can stop being the provider of primary commodities. We can add value to those commodities and thereby create the jobs and the higher income for our people.
As the first female head of state in an African country, I wonder, what do you think needs to be done across Africa to have more female leaders?
Starting first with the girl child, we need to do more for girls' education, so that that core of leaders that start from the bottom, you can get that critical mass, you know, to be equal in profession with the others. But as an immediate step to encourage women to vie for leadership position in all elements of society, not just political, in the business world, in the social world, in the media, in every area, to get past that low barrier that says, you know, I'm a woman, I'm a wife, I have to take care of the children, all of that true. But to go beyond that, because in today's world we can break those barriers and still be all the things. That's what makes women leaders so great. You know, they play dual roles and they do it well. And so this is why they make great leaders, great presidents, great... As I mentioned in the statement, Liberia has improved its food insecurity. It went from 43% to 38%, something like that, but still food insecure. The progress is there, but it's not sufficient. We still have hunger in many of our rural areas where the production of food is insufficient, and particularly with climate change, where farming patterns are now different and they're trying to cope with it. Times when we should have rains, we're not having rains, and we're having rains when we shouldn't. That's also adding to food insecurity. So we've got a long way to go, and we have to make more resources available to the agriculture sector. My last word is my staff is getting food insecure, so.
Thank you very much for this very stimulating exchange. Thank you.
This building has been here since 1871. It is the Palazzo Montecitorio, the seat of the Chambers of Deputies in Italy. President Johnson Sirleaf is here to meet the President of the Chambers of Deputies. The Italian Parliament is bicameral, composed of two houses. The Chambers of Deputies of 630 members, of which 12 members are elected by Italians living abroad. The other house is the Senate of the Republic, which has 350 members. The Chambers of Deputies is equated to the House of Representatives in Liberia. Here is one of the most powerful persons in Italy, the President of the Chambers of Deputies, Honorable Lara Boldrini, and she's here welcoming President Johnson Sirleaf.
How are you? Not so well, as you can see. I had an accident. Nice to meet you.
She is 53. She heads the Chambers of Deputies. Boldrini holds a law degree. She's a former journalist at the Italian public service broadcaster. She spent the best part of her professional life working outside her country. She has worked with the World Food Programme, FAO, and the UNHCR in communications and media-related capacities.
I have to go through surgery, and it's not finished yet. So it's a long way when, the knee is quite complicated, but okay, I don't want to complain.
She never planned her entry into politics. She just tried something and got the mandate of the 2nd Electoral District of Sicily. On March 16, 2013, the two main political parties, the Democratic Party and the Left Ecology Freedom, could not agree on a consensus candidate. Boldrini, one of the new deputies, without expressing any interest, was proposed as a candidate, and she was elected as President of the Chambers of Deputies.
That's okay.
She's really a lucky woman, and she's the 3rd woman to hold the post.
Much more than
President Sirleaf and the President of the Chambers of Deputies of Italy go for a closed-door tete-a-tete. Time to go in. The closed-door meeting with Laura Boldrini is over, and time to smile for the camera to get some historic shots.
The delegation showing you.
Attention, I think.
Yeah. Everybody come.
Yes.
This is a group picture.
A group picture all together. I think you have to go maybe a little bit. Please, come. Okay.
Okay.
This is outside the building. This is not how the scene looked when President Sirleaf arrived about 2 hours earlier. Now it is different. A school is nearby. The news had gone very fast that one of Africa's most popular presidents and 2012 Nobel Peace Laureate Johnson Sirleaf was visiting the Italian Parliament. These students gather. They are waiting to see President Sirleaf, the woman who is Africa's first female president. And she arrives and waves as the kids went wild. The objective has been met, and the Liberian leader is on her way to fulfill another global duty to meet the Pope of the Catholic Church. This is the next stop of the President, the Vatican. The Vatican is a city-state. These properties are owned by the Catholic Church. As a student of political science, I have a fair appreciation of the history of the Vatican and an understanding of the politics of a city-state, including the role of the Roman civilization and its global appeal. The Vatican is a landlocked state. It is sovereign. Sometimes it's wrongly called the Holy See. The Vatican and the Holy See have some fundamental links. The Holy See is the ecclesiastical jurisdiction of the Catholic Church in Rome. It is a central point of reference for the Catholic Church everywhere and the focal point of communion due to its prominence. Diplomatically, the Holy See acts and speaks for the whole Church. It is also recognized by other subjects of international law as a sovereign entity headed by the Pope, with which which diplomatic relations can be maintained. The two entities have distinct passports. The Holy See, not a country, issues only diplomatic and service passports, whereas the Vatican city-state issues normal passports for its citizens. The state is ruled by the Bishop of Rome, who is also the head of the Catholic Church, and all the higher state functionaries are Catholic clergymen from different countries. The Vatican, through the mechanism of the Holy See, has diplomatic representations in many countries. The Catholic Church remains one of the most respected and influential religious groups on earth, and I benefited from the Catholic Church interest in building a good citizen. I attended a Catholic school in my early days in Greenville, Sino County. In the Vatican, there are three cultural and religious sites: the St. Peter's Basilica, the Sistine Chapel, and the Vatican Museum. They feature some of the world's most famous paintings and sculptures. Here, these visitors come from far and near. They will stand in queues for hours to have access to these tourist and religious appealing attractions. The access is not free, it is paid for, and that is lots and lots of money. This procession is a common tradition whenever a prominent visitor is coming. Our country's flag is flying high on this building in full recognition of President Sirleaf's planned visit to the Vatican to meet the Pope. For how many minutes? The Liberian leader, President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is majestically led in traditional Roman procession to meet the head of over 1.6 billion Roman Catholics around the world, His Holiness the Pope Francis. This is Pope Francis coming to welcome Madame Sirleaf, and here now is the historic handshake as President Sirleaf enters the pages of prominent visitors to the Pope. The United States President Barack Obama was here a few days earlier. The Pope and President Sirleaf enter for a meeting. Here is President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf before a closed-door meeting with His Holiness Pope Francis.
This is the seal of approval.
After the meeting behind closed doors, President Sirleaf presents a special gift to the Pope. The gift carries the seal of Liberia, and the President explains the meaning of various items in the Liberian seal as the Pope listens.
A tree that signifies our agriculture, the plow.
And the Catholic Pope also presents a special gift to the Liberian leader during this historic visit to the papacy. Later, the Pope and President Sirleaf stand for the camera as the Pope greets other members of the President's entourage, which includes Liberia's Ambassador to Italy, Dr. Anthony Mohamed Sharif, Deputy Foreign Minister for International Cooperation and Economic Integration, Alaya Shonein. But quite interestingly, I see every female member of the President's delegation with their hair covered before meeting the Pope. And I wonder why I didn't see the hair covered earlier. Perhaps protocol requires a hair cover before meeting the Pope. I was asked by officials at the Vatican to have on a jacket before entering the papacy, and I did. And this opportunity to meet and shake the hands of His Holiness Pope Francis was an inspiring, unique and very touching experience. The meeting with the Pope goes down into the pages of history. And President Sirleaf now is being led to meet the Secretary of State of the Vatican, also called the Cardinal Secretary of State. His name is Cardinal Pietro Parolin. The Secretary of State of His Holiness presides over the Holy See Secretariat of State. He performs all the political and diplomatic functions of the Holy See and the Vatican City. He is appointed by the Pope, and he serves as one of the principal advisors. The Cardinal Secretary's term ends when the Pope who appointed him dies or leaves office. Now it has come to an end. After 3 hours of visit at the papacy, it is time to go, and the required protocol is now in motion as Liberia President Sirleaf leaves.
Then under here they have the tombs of all the popes. So they want to see it, we go downstairs. Okay, you see all the popes. They are buried underground. And the relic over there, where you see the piano, that's the altar. Under here you have the relic of Saint Peter. Under there. That's his statue.
Where's the guy?
Yeah. Joseph altar. See Joseph. That's an altar. Each of the cardinal, each of the bishops, they can celebrate Mass here simultaneously in different segments. That's the confectioner.
Questa è una navata adesso. Poi facciamo così, rifacciamo tutto il giro e la può vedere così.
Poi andiamo all'altare.
Sì, prima di riuscire
Sì.
Dimmi dove.
Sì, anche Giovanni Paolo II.
Nella via dai.
Quello lì è innocente, that's supposed to be innocent. But he said we go this way and we'll come back.
Okay. Yes, perfect.
Of innocence. What is
So we'll go this way. We'll come back. We'll take us.
Questa è la cappella del coro, una di gioielli molto bella. Ora vediamo adesso.
It's an artistic work in the church done by famous artists. He's very underground. The grave is there. You want to pass there with him? Yes.
Depends on how far. Yeah.
No, it's not far. It's underground.
Yeah, I know.
You just walk through. You can see Paul VI. You can see all of them. But there, no photograph taking. They will tell you no photograph taking.
Just go over here.
Se mi vai avanti un attimo.
Carissimo, quello.
E l'altare di San
No, di
Pio,
là.
l'altare di San Pio X.
Pius the 10th. Il suo corpo.
Questo non te lo so dire, dovrebbe essere il suo corpo, ma non è vero. Perché il corpo è vero?
Pius. Quello è proprio
Certo,
il corpo.
certo.
That is the body that passed from that time in bound.
Più no, 1903.
1900?
Fu Papa dal 1903 al 1914.
1903. 1903.
1914.
To 1914, he was the Pope.
Qui c'è la fonte battesimale dove molte volte tutti possono battezzare.
This is the baptismal font.
La prossima.
The baptism font. They're where the
La pietà.
painting of the famous painting by Boldrini. Straight ahead of you there, holding Jesus from the tomb, holding Jesus from Mary holding Jesus from her lap.
No, è il secondo, perché io non ce l'ho questo. Tanto facile. Non è che... non mi è capito il culo.
Her son to us, mankind, to sacrifice. Yeah.
Sorry, that way. That way.
Mary holding Jesus from the tomb. It's not painting this the sculpture. The sculpture, yeah. So I'm talking about the paint on the floor. That's the famous one. Yeah, that because Simon Chambers broke. Someone one time here broke it. They broke a finger. Il dito era stato tagliato. Now they put it together. They have repaired it. Because prices last people. And yeah, we have to go back.
Sì.
Questo è John Paul II. Quella è la sua... sì. È lì che lui... Dove? This is Pope John Paul II. This is his altar. John Paul II. The one that did every day.
Scusi, well, the body is over there.
The body is there. It's buried. It's buried inside.
Show reverence.
already. Just a break, yeah. Two breaks. Tutti possono venire o solo lei?
No, no, no. Senza foto, senza telecamere.
No photograph. John Paul is John the 23rd, the most active pope. Che anno era? Che anno?
Began Pope in 1958 and died in 1963. Short time, but this is very important because this is the Pope of Vaticano Concilio II. Pratically, the first modernization of the church. This is the true body, just face and the cover with the wax. But it's the true body.
Dove andiamo?
Questa è la statua di San Pietro.
This rock I built myself. That's why I'm seeing white so all beautiful. So that's
no, ma dico che vuole
you can take a photo of this. You can proceed this way. Go right now.
vuole scendere su. Allora, no, per scendere giù. In questa yes, I remember you. انت اللي قاصد.
That's the really important. A little back to see there is where the body created is there as a relic on which this altar is seated. Everywhere when you kind of check when you celebrate Mass, there must be a relic. Saint, something of the saint, material of the saint must be there before you.
Cremated portion.
Anything, whether it's a cloth of that saint, something of the saint must be there before you for the altar.
See my hand, I still see if I can't get it.
For Paul the Sixth. taking on go for it.
Calling all the women, calling every single mother. Oba, woman, let us unite. Mamas, come and save your child. Baby earth is reeling and wailing and needs your tender embrace. Mothers of the universe, Mother Nature's skies. Ooh, come save your child. Come save your child.